Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, The Last Victim. So it's about a neo-western thriller, whatever that means. But anyway, a sheriff tries to solve a mystery about the worst crime he's ever seen in his small town, and I don't know, some fearsome criminals. I don't know. Doesn't tell you much on IMDb, but in it, Larter. Ron Perlman. That's it. That's all I recognize. But two people I do recognize. But it's only 4.9 on IMDb, but 794 people rated it so far. It's on Hulu. So, I don't know, hour and 51 minutes long. Let's get into it, find out what it's about, give you a better idea, let you know what I think. Stick around, I'll be back. Hey everybody, want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching The Last Victim. We're at the 57-minute, 30-second mark. 53 minutes, 48 seconds left, so over the halfway mark. And it went really quick. I mean, I think that's pretty neat. Like, I just paused it. I was like, maybe we should see where we were at. And we're well over halfway, so I'm pretty engaged. I think that says a lot about for the film. So, Larter and her handsome husband. I tell you what, the guy's a good-looking fella. He's an older fella, but... you know, I mean, not older, but, you know, good-looking guy. And I tell you what, she's, you know, I saw, like, I remember her from Varsity Blues, right? I mean, old film, but she still got it, you know? But anyway, they're, like, traveling cross-country or, you know, through states or whatever to her new job, which is, like, 3 weeks away. Prior to that, they show this guy in a diner shoot somebody, and there's like they had to shoot a couple of people because they shot the guy they wanted, and then the cook was there and the waitress, blah blah blah, you know, all that goes down. And so then they meet these other guys out in the trailer, and they're like, we gotta clean this up, kind of stuff. But they come rolling through. Larter and her husband come rolling through, and they get kind of caught up in that, right? So like, whatever, something happens and they're getting shot at and they gotta run through the woods is really the whole plot line so far. Now, Ron Perlman is the sheriff in town, and he's, you know, trying to figure all this kind of stuff out. But I know I didn't say much, but really that's all there is to it so far. I mean, she's running and they're hunting. But 57 minutes went by, and that's all I have to say. Besides, you know, like, that's it. There's not much else. So, we'll see. I mean, it's interesting. It keeps you gripped, I think. Like, I was surprised that much time went by, and I don't really have much to say about the plotline. That's it. So, I think there's a lot more. I mean, they show some side things, like, you know, some side hand people with, you know, shooting cans and stuff like that. Like, really, there's not much else to it to share with you, but it kept me interested for 57 minutes, so far so good. Let me get back to it, see what happens from here, and stick around, I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of The Last Victim, and I'm smiling because of the ending. It just... I mean, up until that point, it's your run-of-the-mill kind of action. And now I get what neo-western is, right? I mean, it's out west, and it's like these people who live by themselves. You know, there's not much going around. There's no city or anything like that. And husband and wife stumble upon the wrong people at the wrong time kind of thing, right? And there's not a lot of backstory. I mean, like I said, it started in a diner, and I'm not even sure what really happened. Maybe I didn't pay attention enough. But I assumed that we were going to learn more about the whole reason behind what happens at the diner and leads to everything else goes on. But I missed it in the beginning. They don't reference it at all. They just happen to do something in the diner. They come back to their trailer, and you know, that's it. And then the husband and wife stumble upon somehow, some way, and some strange way, and then you know, they're running for their lives, right? So seen many movies like that, and the one thing I was pretty excited about was, you know, as Ali Larter's running for her life, she doesn't break her ankle. Spoiler alert, she does not break her ankle or anything like that. Normally, it's the first thing that happens. They turn around, break the ankle, then they're hobbling. They gotta wrap sticks around it, or they break their shin, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? That's always the thing, right? That doesn't happen here. So I was really happy that they didn't do that. But otherwise, she's running for her life, and a bunch of people who live in a trailer are chasing her, and Ron Perlman and his deputy sheriff are somehow like around the area. They have no idea what's going on. They just happen to be around. They find another deputy who's not really doing his job. He gets thrown off the force. It's like a quick moment like that. It's like strange. But you know, and so they're out trying to figure out what's going down, right? But they're not. No, I shouldn't say that. They're not trying to figure out what's going on. They're just out and about. And then somehow they get involved in here and there and whatever. I mean, they do know about the diner, but they don't know where they're going. But I know that didn't make a lot of sense. But anyway, so your run-of-the-mill kind of that kind of story. And then it gets to the end, right? It gets to the not the end. There's the dramatic climax, which I always reference, and you know, that happens, and it's like, okay, and I think it's over, right? That's the way they're not. They're going to jump forward a little bit and give you a little bit more. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Give it to me. And then, no, I realized I didn't want it. Like at first, I was like, ooh, okay, that's going to change things a little bit. And then I was like, no. You know, sometimes it's really hard to talk about this kind of stuff without giving you more details. I will say this, there's an FJ Cruiser in it. My niece, Altered Pink, she just started making music. There was a song I heard, and I was like, that sounds like my niece. It's not, you know, but I mean, it sounds like her music that she makes, and she drives a yellow FJ Cruiser. And I was like, wow, how coincidental that is. So, if you get anything out of this review, go out, check out Altered Pink. My niece just released her first single. Anyway, I'm not, you know, I don't normally promote stuff like that besides myself and Kimmel's Irish Pub, but there you go. So this movie, you know, it kept me interested for 57. It kept me interested the entire time. I can't say it didn't. I was not on my phone at all. My daughter came down for an iPad issue, fixed that, went right back to it. But Annie Trezza, I think, and my niece's name is Annie. This is crazy. She had a lot of songs. I don't know if it's the same song that I heard, but that's wild. Anyway, I'm all over the place tonight, but I got to see it. It kept me entertained the whole time. So if you're, you know, interested in those kinds of movies where, you know, there's something bad happening or people stumble upon that and then they gotta run for their lives, people are gonna catch them. And the other thing is, let me stop right here, one last piece. They kept it kind of like, I don't want to say realistic, because none of this is realistic, but you think about this girl running for her life, a bunch of cowboys, or, you know, they wear cowboy hats. I don't know if they're cowboys, but they're people who have killed other people kind of guys, right? And they wear cowboy hats, and they're chasing her. And, you know, sometimes, like, they make them like the, you know, the superhuman, or, you know, like ninjas almost. She's not that, right? She's just trying to get by, and like the stuff that she does or whatever happens is more luck or circumstance than it is like, oh wow, like she just pulls all this off. It's just like, you know what I mean, like they show like exhaustion, lack of water, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I like that they kept it real, for real. And Ron Perlman, if you didn't know, met him on an airplane. I mean, I walked by him while he was in first class. We made eye contact, so he probably remembers me. He's like, you make that movie review channel, right? I was like, yeah. No, that didn't happen. Anyway, I'm sure nobody's watching it at this point, but thank you for tuning in. Check it out. It's on Hulu if you have Hulu. It's definitely entertaining. So that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.